very cold, drizzly morning. Just dropped Lil off at work and now heading for a beautiful trail run in the Leicestershire countryside. Trail shoes today. So in this week's video, I thought I'd take you through one of my double training days, which includes a running workout this morning, some lifting later on this afternoon, my diet, what I eat in between to fuel that training. It's a beautifully grey British morning. I think we're in the middle of like Storm Betty or something at the moment. They give storms names in the UK. But despite raining all night, it's cleared up a little bit for me this morning, but still definitely a trail shoe kind of day. They look like little babies. Tiny. Feet are already soaked. Snapped a massive tree branch on my forehead. Trail running. Yeah. There's a lot of deer about, and the further I go in this run, the bigger they're getting. It's staring at me. So yeah, I have this running event coming up in a couple of weeks' time. It's like this 60-mile trail / cross-country run. Since being back in the UK for about a month or so, I've largely been confined to tarmac roads and pretty flat routes. So it's nice on one of my days off from work to be able to get to one of the trails near me. It's just so much more enjoyable than pounding the pavement. Jesus. Keep looking over my shoulder in case one of them's planning a sneaky charge. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I've been hybrid training since the start of the year, and at the moment I'm running around 20 miles a week and lifting 2 to 3 times a week as well. I also mentioned in my last video that I'm trying to build my running and lifting volume simultaneously, but because I have a few big running events and challenges coming up in the next few months that I really need to start building my running mileage for, running has kind of unofficially become my priority right now. But when I do these double training days, usually around once a week, I always start with a running workout. Mentally, I think if you do it first, you're always going to have that extra bit of focus and determination for that workout, and getting out of the way is like a little mental tick. So that's a 5-mile run all over and done with. Still pretty early, turned into a really beautiful day actually, but time to head home, get some breakfast on board and carry on with the rest of my day. So I've just got some granola here with some nuts, chia seeds, blueberries and some high protein yogurt, and to match it, a nice cup of tea. So the aim of this breakfast really is just to refuel, especially after I've had a run this morning, get some carbohydrate on board, refuel those kind of glycogen stores. And with a lifting session in mind later this afternoon, that's especially important. It's also got a decent amount of healthy fats and protein, and it's bloody tasty as well. So I've just finished up in the shower and I've got a little moment now before my mum comes round. She's in town in about an hour or so, and I'm going to try and get ahead on today's vlog and try and edit some of the footage from this morning's run. I laid some new grass seed on the lawn. Look what the flipping pigeons are doing. So just had a lovely cup of tea with my mum and she's just left. So with that, it's now about time for lunch. So, second meal of the day, third meal of the day if you count the banana and the coffee as a meal, but I'm not counting that. I've just got some eggs, avocado on toast with a few little pumpkin seeds, and I'll put the macros just here. I'm kidding, I don't know why I said that, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what they are. I'm back with course 2.5. It was Halloween yesterday and my wife made a lovely Halloween cake. And this is one of the biggest benefits of running, is that if you want cake, you can usually have it. You don't see many bodybuilders having cake, do you? Hybrid athletes, on the other hand, it's a staple of my diet. So I'm just on my way to a local cafe. I feel like I've been cooped up inside all afternoon, so I'm just looking for a little bit of a change of scenery. Hiya.
Hello.
Are you still open? Can I just get a cappuccino, please? So Liv's just got back from work and it's about time to train. On these kind of double training session days where I do run and lift, I try and keep the intensity of both workouts pretty low. For instance, I'm not going to be trying to do super heavy deadlifts on the same day as doing long trail runs. It's just needlessly increasing my risk of injury. One thing to note is that also when I'm doing running and lifting workouts on the same day, I try and leave at least, I'd say about 6 hours in between those two workouts, if not more, as well as a couple of meals in between, so I get plenty of time to rest up and recover. As I've said before with hybrid training, running and lifting don't naturally complement each other. So what you're trying to do is try and limit the effect that the running has on the lifting workouts and vice versa. So the home gym is a little bit of a disgrace at the moment. As I said, we've just got back from New Zealand about a month ago and only moved back into our house in the UK about 2 weeks ago. So we don't even have a gym subscription yet. So by home gym, I kind of mean proper garage gym, literally, in that it is an actual garage. It's not much, but does the trick. So despite it being pretty basic, we can get quite a lot done. I have a background in powerlifting, so honestly, squat, bench, deadlift, it's perfect for me. So today's session, what I've planned, because it's a double training day, I'm going to stick to upper body stuff. I don't really have like push, pull, legs, chest days, anything like that. Most days that I train, it's usually whole body. There's usually some upper, some lower body. Today being the exception because I've already ran. So yeah, going to start off with some flat bench press and then move into like a mini workout. God, this is such a budget gym setup, but for the price of only 1 like and 1 subscribe to this channel, you can help out a poor YouTube fitness influencer. So I thought I'd kind of just build a little bit on what I said earlier about hybrid training involving working at 2 different disciplines that don't naturally complement each other. I'm training for some ultramarathons next year, and as part of that ultramarathon training, it's going to actively harm my attempts to get stronger, especially on lower body exercises such as the deadlift and the squat. So because you're training these 2 different sports that are kind of working against each other, you're going to have to be really smart with your training. And what I mean by that is kind of splitting up your heavier sessions in the week. So if you've got long runs or like a particularly tricky interval session, speed session, that sort of thing, putting them towards one side of the week. And if you've got a heavy lower body session, so heavy deadlifts or squats, moving them at least 48 hours away from those bigger running sessions. It's totally fine to run and lift on the same day, but I wouldn't be doing your biggest sessions of each on the same day. Pull. Nice. You only have like a tiny little bit left. You still cold? Yes, please. It's all finished now. It starts off not too bad. It gets really hard in the middle, and the further you go throughout it, it actually gets easier. This isn't really about the chest. This is all about pull-ups. And your back really. The chest is just to get a little bit of extra volume in, bit of a pump. So we've got a great dinner that Lil's just made us both. It's rice with kind of like a creamy mushroom vegetable sauce with some toasted pine nuts on the top. So I've just got my final meal of the day here, which is a small bowl of fruit and nuts, chopped up apple with some peanut butter and a little kind of protein nut bar thing. Throughout the day I've kind of had 3 main meals and then some more like substantial snacks in between those. That's pretty typical for me. I've probably had one more lot of snacks than I might have usually had if I was just doing a single training session in a day. So again, as I said, I don't really track my calories, but I'm loosely aware of how much I need to eat, what my basic metabolic rate is, and what I'm kind of burning in a day. Some days might be a little bit down, some days I might be a little bit up on my calorie intake, and I find in general that averages out, and I manage to stay pretty stable at the same weight and see fairly steady gains in strength and endurance over the last 6 to 9 months training this way. So yeah, but that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it down below and subscribe for more running, lifting and general fitness content, and I'll see you again next time. Done.